Buddy. It was the other day when Trump, I believe I misspoke my words in the other episode about the State of the Union address. It was not a State of the Union address. Apparently, it was it was a White House correspondence White House correspondence dinner that was going on when apparently a school teacher had had a rifle going in and was breaking through the front entrance of the lobby area, whatever you want to call that, at the hotel that they were having the dinner in. And he was apparently popping off a few rounds going in. And Trump was okay. I don't think he ever reached the inside of the actual ballroom that he was in. One FBI agent was shot in the chest. He is okay. He was wearing a vest. Uh, the not the FBI agent, but the Secret Service agent was wearing a vest, so he is okay. Anyway, this is the fourth assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump, and I don't know about you, but I think somebody hates somebody that much has got some severe mental issues. I think our education system really needs to be revamped here because they're letting these teachers get way too much out of hand, teaching the LGBTQ crap in the schools. Now they're letting these teachers run rapid in the schools, wearing guns and so forth. Personally, I think a teacher needs to be vetted. It is his choice or her choice to become a teacher. It is not something that they had to do. It's something that was their choice. There was a free choice. They knew what they were getting paid when they took the job. So I don't want to hear them fucking bitch. It's like you're getting paid when you do a job. You accept it. You accepted it, and you go on with it, and there you go. Anyhow, that's my theory. Just like a police officer, you know what you're getting paid when you go in. Stop begging for more fucking money when you can't even do your own damn job now. Like anything else, I mean, I wish I could go to my job and demand a raise every time I shit my pants or go to potty or piss on the floor. You know what I mean? These people need to understand. You do a job, you accept the pay. So stop bitching about what you get paid about, or go find another job for Christ's sakes. But anyway, this teacher who was apparently shooting up the place, uh, he was caught, and I don't really know, actually, at this point, what's going on. Too much more information than that, other than he actually had a hotel room booked there the night before. And Jimmy Kimmel had made a comment a couple of days before. That stupid son of a bitch needs to be in prison for the rest of his life, because apparently he made a comment to Melania Trump about uh, something about she looks like she's wearing a widower's face or something of that line. I don't know the exact comment. But you can do the research on that. But that was a couple of days before the assassination attempt. That just tells me that the SOB knew what was going on beforehand. There is no coincidences in this world, people, none whatsoever. Now, Jimmy Kimball's getting out of hand. I think he needs to be arrested, or if not arrested, investigated out the ass for what he's doing. Because if you and I were to do that same shit and all of a sudden somebody been assassinated, I'd have the FBI breaking down my freaking door. So I want the son of a bitch off the air, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, I don't watch that bastard anyway because he's full of shit in a handbag. But you know what? He needs to back up and regroup. That's what the rest of the Democrats need to do anyhow. I don't give a shit who you are. But anyhow, that's so Jimmy Kimmel's trying to throw his 2 cents in prior to the assassination attempt. Like I said, if you were to make a threat on somebody's life and somebody dies, you're the first one to be investigated. I used to be a police officer, believe it or not. I would work for the Army CID, Criminal Investigation Division Command Unit, and so I know a little bit about what things work. Maybe I'm not, fully integrated in the new laws of the land, but some things just don't change. Okay, you investigate the person that made the threat first, or making comments like that. Usually, you're going to be investigated pretty damn hard, especially with all the comments you've been making prior to that. But anyway, I hope the son of a bitch goes to hell in a handbasket. But that's my opinion. It's my channel, and I can make my opinion all day long if I want to. You want your opinion, the derogatory of my statement, to get your own damn channel and do it on. But but if you like my channel and you like the news I bring out what people are actually saying and stating. And if not, I'll tell you to look it up yourself. There was one guy I made a mistake in one of my shorts about saying it was a State of the Union uh, um, address that he was apparently assassinated on that that day. But some guy wrote a nasty comment about, well, I need to find out what I'm saying before I say it. And well, I did retract myself in the comments. Now, you know as well as I do, when you pop up those comments, you will see my retraction in that comment on my short that I said. So apparently that bastard couldn't fucking read either because it's the first one on the page. Now, before you start talking shit about me, look up yourself because this is my channel and my people on this channel, and I thank all my subscribers on my channel because I don't condemn what they say. I'm just saying you better back up and read the fuck group before you start talking shit about me and what I say. Because I'll fire right back at your ass because I don't care. Anyway, uh, that is pretty much the news for the day. Apparently, Iran is trying to get a peace agreement going with the United States. I think Trump's an idiot if he goes through with that one. I think he needs to keep the blockade up and just pull the fuck out of Iran, period, because they're a bunch of losers. They're liars. And apparently they want some kind of a somewhat of a peace treaty about well, if you remove the blockade, then we'll comply with your shit. Now, why don't you comply with our shit, and then we'll remove the blockade? Okay, shit don't work that way, people. But anyway, they've lied so many times about a ceasefire that it's not even funny. But anyway, I just hope you like and subscribe to my channel if you like the news what I do give, and I'm straight to the point. I don't pull no punches on this shit, and I do listen to you. I'm not here to change your mind. If your minds are made up, that's fine. But don't troll me and don't talk crap about me on my own damn channel. If you want that, make your own channel and comment there, okay? Because this is where I'm at. But anyhow, I love my subscribers. I do listen to them. They may disagree with me a lot of times, but they don't talk shit about me either, okay? And I let everybody disagree with me because that's a fact of life. You got to agree to disagree on a lot of things. It opens up your eyes to the world. I'd personally rather trade recipes and bullets any day of the week. But apparently that's not the case. But anyhow, making another story out of the deal here is, I guess ABC needs to, get a little bit of guts there and start, figuring out that their followers are not doing very well on their channels and so forth. And it is like, they're getting caught in their lies. Every time they turn around, they're getting caught in a friggin' lie. I mean, all you gotta do is, all you gotta do is say, hey, man, I retract my shit. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing, or do whatever, And people are gonna respect that, but don't cover up a lie with another frickin' lie. My, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. My God, these news medias are not news; it's gossip. And gossip is shit, people. Just tell the truth what the news is. Okay, you see somebody blowing up something, but you don't put your opinion on what the hell is going on there. You just say, hey, man, I saw this blow up something and blah 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 and this that and the other. You don't go on and say, well, I think the guy, I think. Well, I think you're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But anyway, it's like this is getting out of hand with this media crap and all their lies and bullshit. I don't listen to ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC. I think they're state-run media by the Democrats, and that's all there is to it. Now, I was trying to be a little bit unbiased about a lot of stuff because I do know a lot of things that maybe, yeah, a lot of Democrats are maybe not all bad, just like not all Republicans are all good. It's but we as voters in the United States have the right to change things. Get them out of office if you don't like them. Vote them out. I personally would rather have an ID to make sure that one of the best elections in our land are, need a voter ID. Hell, for Christ's sakes, I have to have an ID and a Social Security card to get a friggin' job. But yet you don't want, but the highest election in our land, you just want to let anybody in there to vote? People, think about it. Hell, Mondami or shithead or Kami Mondami, whatever, New York requires an identification just to shovel snow in New York, for Christ's sakes, but yet he don't want any voter ID because he's afraid. That's why. I'm like, damn. I mean, this country is really going downhill fast when it comes to the point of trying to get anything done. I hate to tell you this, people, but blaming Trump on everything is bullshit because you got to remember, Trump can only do so much. It takes Congress and the House and Senate and the House of Representatives to vote on this shit first. So blame them. Don't blame Trump. Blame your congressman, blame your state representative, and that's who you blame. Okay? You better do your research on politics because Trump can only suggest a lot of things. Yes, he can do things, but most of the shit he's got to go through Congress to do it. So blame your Congress because it's bullshit. And it's like, people don't understand that shit. But leave your comments in the section down here. And let me know what you think about everything, what's going on right now. I mean, I think it's a bunch of crap myself. You got to sling mud about everybody. It's like, my God, it's pathetic. I remember days growing up when I was a kid before they had the internet. It's like uh, to they read the news off and they read the news. They really didn't give their opinions on shit. They read the news and they stated what happened. That was it. Now you get the internet going on here. You got so many damn people in here trying to switch things up, and AI is good for one thing, but damn, it's like, uh, what do you do here? And let's see what I have to register and give them all. Well, that's your right, Harry, to state that. I mean, yeah, that's your right. An awful job. That's your right and that's your opinion. I think he's doing a job the best he can with what he's got to work with, which is a bunch of freaking losers. But that's my opinion, and you have your opinion. You have your opinion. But things are what they are in this world, and we as voters have a right to change it. Simple as that. Anyway, I respect your opinion. If you think he's doing an awful job, you think he's doing an awful job. Do you think Biden could have done better? I don't think so. Well, if you really take a look at the Supreme Court justices have gone against him so many different ways. It's not even funny. He has to go about it a different way. And yes, nothing can become a law unless Congress actually votes on it. So that goes without saying. I don't know what it's like in Great Britain over there, but Congress does have to vote on certain things, but going into law and so forth. Like I said, I'm not that all hip on what the legalities are in Great Britain, but I think Great Britain's got a long way to go. When I think they're shitting bricks when we pull out of NATO because France and Germany and Great Britain all rely on us to give money to everybody, and when it comes down to getting the help, they don't want to help, but they sure do want that oil that comes out of the ground. But anyway, that's my opinion. That's what's going on now, and I'm sure you have your opinion, and there you go. Yeah, but an executive order only lasts for a period, I think, of 2 years, I believe. So, I mean, that's what an executive order is. Executive order is not a law. It's only a temporary order to be able to do things with. The Congress in jeopardy is they're the ones that have to make things permanent, and they don't want to do that. But anyhow, it's I really think that people need to understand a lot of things. Right, that guy didn't support your kidnapping of the Venezuelan president because of value. I don't know. Hey, I got a question for you. How would you like it if your wife was raped? I mean, would you say that's cool? I'm still looking for 300,000 children here in the United States that were released, or actually not released, but actually kidnapped under the Biden administration. Where are they at right now? Uh, that's all I'm saying, dude. I mean, I don't really care about what international laws are. I mean, hell, laws have been broken by every country in the face of the earth. But it's like, you want your country to be blown all to hell? Go for it. I don't care. Go to Iran, and if that's what you think, if you like them so much, fight for Iran. I don't care. I mean, I'm an ex-soldier. I'm an ex-veteran, so that's all there is to it. But that's well. Well, yeah, it kind of goes without saying. I mean, Iran doesn't want to surrender; they want to keep going. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to go ahead and just let the Iranians run over you, go right ahead. You know, that's up to you. If you, you know, the United States spent more money on Britain and France and Germany than anybody in the face of the earth. So you know, that's a something that's going there. And actually, the bomb in the primary school was killed 116. So that was the IRGC that did that, and they actually apologized for doing that. So yeah, you might want to check your facts on that one there. But anyway, it's so you know, it's that's what it is. Yes, Jesus, saved by grace. Amen. Amen. You replaced one old tyrannical dictator with his son, who is younger, healthier, more radical. Which dictator is that? Although bullying war doesn't equal support of a disgusting regime, there too. Hmm? Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't want to surrender. But I see you guys don't want to help because we're trying to prevent a war. But yet it's coming. But it had to come down to this. You know, if you want your wife raped and pilfered, go right ahead, dude. I really don't care. I don't want these people around my wife or my kids anyway. You know what I'm saying, dude? If you want. Hell, they're in our country. It's not death to America, death to Americans. But if I say on my news channel about death to Iran and death to Iran, I get cut off. So you know, it's like go to Iran. Nomadec Nation YouTube. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but anyway. You know, this is a channel where you have to really look at what's going on and what's in your mindset. You know, people don't like the war, and that's fine. I understand it. I don't want war either. But we've been attacked by other countries from within for a long period of time, son. So this isn't the first rodeo for the United States being attacked from within. So don't tell me about about America being attacked. We have been attacked. So we were attacked. They were kidnapping. They kidnapped people overseas 40 years ago. So there you go. Time biblical events. Cool. Right on. So anyway, Harry, I do respect your opinions, and I just wish you well on that. But you're barking up the wrong tree if you're trying to change my mind. I don't listen to ABC News. You obviously do, and or whatever news you think you're going to listen to. I don't know what listen to you know over there, but BBC News really ain't worth a shit either, to tell you the truth. And neither is your comrades over there. But that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to, just like you are yours. But I respect your opinion and thank you for commenting. I appreciate that. Hmm. All right. Well, we'll see how much you beg for oil and money when this is over with, because your country will be begging for oil. They'll be begging for money. They'll be begging for help like they always do. But anyway, uh, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Human rights, well, human rights, early U.S. political claims suggest upon his own school were not backed by evidence, and U.S. military spokesman did not confirm member. Well then, how can you? Well then, how can you sit there and back the shit that the United States have bombed it? Damn, you just goddamn pretty much just told me that they don't know who you don't know who did it. So you're just listening to the same bullshit I am. I guess I don't know, but that's the problem with the news. News is not straight up. News is all propaganda shit. That's it. You won't know until the end result comes out. But I know I don't want no terrorists in my country, and they're all over the place, dude. But I wish you well in your country. Uh, hope you don't get blown to hell. I hope Russia don't invade y'all's butt. But hell, have at it. I don't care. I mean, we're out of your shit. The U.S. military refused to support what Donald Trump and his cronies said about it. Right? Well, bullshit. I know where you get your information from, but yeah, the soldiers can't really do that unless they're LGBTQ shit and crap like that. But I don't really want them in my army anyway, or my military. But that's cool. Anyway, folks, it's getting pretty late in the evening here. It's about 7:36, and well, bro, I can think of a lot of shit that your spokesperson said about your country too, and I'm not gonna drag his shit at any of that. You look it up, and you listen to the news, you read what you want to read. So there you go. Half these damn Republicans here in the United States are what I call rhinos anyway, and I don't know about you, but I don't support LGBTQ queers and faggots here anyway. But that's okay. They got a right to live like you and me. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna have one follow my wife into a bathroom for Christ's sakes. We can have a little major issues and problems there. Keep your sex life to yourself. That's what the Democratic Party is here. I don't know what it is over there, but damn. Anyhow, I'm getting off of here. This channel here, I just want to report the news. That's what I reported. And what's going on right now, and there you go. Yeah, your country's fucked up right now, is what it is, dude. Damn. Anyway, there you go. Listen to your own damn news. I ain't got to look it up. You look it up. Your country's all fucked up in the head. Anyway, folks, I got to get off here. I bid you a very good evening, and I pray to God that this all ends peacefully somehow, and we can all come together as one whole in a country that would like to trade recipes and not bullets and wars. And thank you.